demonstration of the Cubase expression maps. This is a brass part that was written to it's part of a theme, so it had to be these kind of notes, and it's not exactly short or long. We're switching between the marcatos, marcato longs, a little bit of staccato, and so it sounds like this on its own. So the way that you can program this to be really efficient is being able to sort of just getting everything on the grid and then having these expression maps set up already. And the way it can be really useful is with two things. One, you can set up I have the Junkie XL type key commands with the touchpad. So if I select here, it'll select all the eighth notes. And so if I want all the eighth notes, I know that's going to work as a marcato, that's the right length for it. And then like the 16ths are all going to be like, there's a few 16ths in there, those are all staccato, so, because it's a little bit shorter. But I can select this, and also you can select up here and then choose staccato or, you know, marcato for whatever one you want. I also have actually set up, there's this tool called Better Touch Tool you can set up, and in addition with that it can go even faster. So I have a key command that will actually jump the mouse to the articulation, to this articulation spot right here. So if I actually just hit this button, it'll jump there and click it for me, and then I can just move down like this. So if I have a long, you know, set of notes that I want to program, I don't even have to actually touch the mouse. I can kind of just touch that I want to select the eighths. So say I wanted to change this articulation, I could say select eighths and then move it to marcato long, or then move it back. And you can also just select all and then choose, maybe you want them all the same articulation. The other thing too is that then if you have these selected, you can say choose all of your marcatos, and then you can use like velocity down by 5. That's another touchpad command. This is all Junkie XL stuff. I totally just stole it from him. I mean, he has a YouTube series, which is great. You can program stuff really easily. So then say if these staccatos, these I don't think even, they're bells up, so they're just, you know, loud as hell. They don't really respond to velocity that much, I don't think, anyway. And this is an epic thing. So like if we were to play the whole track, which let me bring up, like the reason why for this stuff is because if you have sort of like themes that you need to have different versions of a theme, which is sort of like, you know, seems like a rarity nowadays. But so here's like the original. So that's with the piano and everything. And then coming back, we have more iterations of it. And more. There's another version of it, and a very important cutscene version of it that I don't know if it's going to get used, but it's fun to make. I actually played in that ukulele part. You get that music degree for nothing. Here's the epic version. So that's something where, you know, that horn line, it had to call back to the theme. So, and having to do that forced me to really work creatively with the samples, because this is a game project for a game that's never coming out. The computer for way too long, writing the same music essentially over and over again. It's developed a lot of workflow habits and unhealthy coping mechanisms, but something that might be useful would be this Better Touch tool, which I don't think I've seen a lot of people use, which can be, you can do neat things like jumping up by 3 tracks at a time. Ooh, look at that. And you can also do 2 more serious, more useful thing. I have a Logitech mouse. I use a trackball. Prefer that a lot now. You can click this button on the mouse, and these are all Logitech, the fucking logical editor stuff, which can be done through, instead of opening that up, I can actually just click here and do delete modulation, and then I can put it back. Or if I need to, if I had sustain pedal was there, I can get that. The advantage though, like why would you, wow, that's neat, but cool, I can do that some other way. The advantage is that you can click a bunch of tracks and then do delete modulation for both of these at once. Or if you had like a whole bunch of tracks where, okay, the mod wheel writing is not working out, you can then reprogram it, and it's easy to sort of just get rid of it and then put it back. So another thing that I'll do often is moving your mouse, jumping from the piano roll back to the arrange window. And I actually even have this one. This one's pretty niche, but I'll have another button on my mouse where it'll actually jump like the mouse to the window, to the arrange window, which is my middle monitor, and it'll jump it back, which you're not going to see right now, but I'll jump the mouse back. It'll jump it to the piano roll, so you can quickly move if you want to highlight something, and then quickly move over here instead of moving, because like at a certain point doing way too much MIDI programming, actually just like the moving my thumb back and forth between these windows all the time was actually like fucking up my thumb a little bit. So I programmed the mouse to jump automatically. Let's say this line, there's no reason I would want to do this, but let's say this line I wanted to have it as spiccato exposed and stuff. There, and now this will sound like shit. You know, we can undo that. Anyway, I hope that's nerdy enough for some of you guys out there. Yeah, let me know what you think if anyone's interested in seeing more about sort of weird advanced semi-advanced programming and workflow stuff like that. Yeah.